Hello and welcome back to some more Sunbreak. My name is Olo and today we're talking Zenny because in Master Rank you can make some absolutely stupid money. In this video I'm going to show you how to make 1 million Zenny in 10 minutes, easily farmable, repeatable, and also as you're doing your questing, make another million easily just by making sure to take advantage of the mechanics in game. It's all super easy to do. Anyone could do it. It's not going to require much. So yes, I'm going to explain everything to you right now. Let's begin. Now, the old strategy in high rank was to farm the lava caverns because it had the highest value ore that you could sell. To sell your ore, you need to go to any of the markets and pick sell, and then go to your item box, and on the second page, if you sort it like that, you will see your ore, and they're all here. And you can see they have different rarities, and interestingly here, for example, this one says can only be found in the flooded forest. So I took a look at the value of the new ore, and I found the highest value ore in the game is actually pure crystal, which can only be found on the jungle at 3,600 Zenny per. So that made me think, okay, well then the jungle's got to be the best place to farm now, right? Because it's got the highest value ore. But that's not the case, actually. The second highest value ore is the all firestone at 2,700 each. And the thing is, the rest of the ore that you're going to get on the lava caverns is actually going to be higher value than the other ore you'll get on the jungle. So I guess it levels out. Now, as we are going to be mining, we're going to need one specific skill. Geologist level 3 is going to allow you to gather one extra time from a mining outcrop. The idea is that you're going to get more ore to sell, making more money. Now, the way we did this last time back in high rank was to forge a specific armor set because it's just easy. That would, of course, be the leather set. This comes with level 3 geologist on it, so perfect. Well, in Master Rank, there's another version of that. The geologist level 3 still exists, but now we're getting hunger resistance, carving pro, botanist level 4, and recovery up for some extra health, which is always nice. So it's a really easy set just to craft, basically the beginning, and this is your gathering set. It's as easy as that, and that's what I'm wearing now. With that, you need to pick your buddies. I would always recommend having at least one gathering palico because you're going to get extra resources as your quest ends and you get all the stuff at the end. Bringing 2 should increase the amount you get, and the beauty is when you do this method, you're already catching up to the ore's respawns anyway. So even if you were going faster on a palamute, you're not going to be making more ore, and then you have better rewards at the end. So 2 palicos with pilfer in gathering mode seems to be the best way. To that end, I would recommend you run level 3 wirebug whisperer because it's going to increase the recovery rate at which you get your wirebugs, as well as extend the duration of an extra wirebug by 30%, which is really nice. All right, with that, you've got your set, you've got your skills, you've got your companions of your choice. Now we need to actually do this thing. It's simple. We're just going to go to Master Rank and then pick Expedition Tour and then Tour of the Caverns. But we need to check if we have the correct upsurge. So pressing R1, we go to the next one. We have upsurge in honey. What we're looking for here, instead of that, would be mining outcrops. So if we went to the islands, we would have better mining outcrops. All this means is you get more ore for your time, significantly more. So we need this on the caverns because that's where we're going to go mine. That just means we're going to need to cycle the upsurges on these expeditions until we get the mining crops on the correct map. To that, you can go to any arena master. That could be Utsuchi in Kamura or Master Arlo here. Pick our arena quests, go to low rank, high rank, arena 5, accept this quest. When we depart, we must choose what set we're going to run. We're going to want the gunner one because this has the lowest health pool out of all of them. And as we load in, we make sure not to pick up that spirit bird on the right so that we don't get extra health. And quickly wirebug, not once, but twice. We land in front of the Rajang. He screams. And then he slaps. Let's get up again quickly, get back in front of him. Let him hit us a second time, and we're done. Beautiful. Roughly 20 to 30 seconds. That's the fastest method I am aware of cycling a quest. It's that quick, that easy. With that done, let's go back and check our expeditions and see if we've got it. No luck this time. Let's cycle again. All right, cool. Third time's the charm. We have what we need, which is the upsurge in the mining outcrops on lava caverns. Now we can go on the mission. As a quick reference or mention, when you do your dango eating beforehand, there's 2 that I would suggest you eat. If you get the one that increases Zenny by doing the mission, well, that's always nice. But ideally, you want the one that makes your gathering points respawn faster. That way you can get more ore even quicker. You're not waiting for them to respawn. But to be honest, it's only going to increase how much ore you get by a slight amount. Still, it's the best one you can get. All right, here we are. First things first is I recommend you grab, as always, your easy rations in case you run out of stamina. And let's get going. So as you can see, I am using my wire bugs to jump and then dash. In Sunbreak, we have some nice new improvements to your movement that are really going to help us. So I'm actually going to go left and make sure I quickly get the first wire bug, because I'm doing this in the running version, because having 3 is always going to be better. So you can now dash into walls, do the jump flip. Previously, you couldn't do that. You'd have to just do a normal wire bug movement and then start running up the wall. So that's a nice little improvement. So we're able to do this route even faster now. That's our first node. Then I'm going to head up on this long stretch here. You can see it shining in the distance. And it feels so good. And Wirebug Whisper as well is obviously making me regenerate way faster when I'm on the ground, which is, really going to help this. All right, with that done, let's head down. So we're going to just drop down a level. Should be one just here. We're going to land on. Very nice. The one that we care most about is All Fire Stone. That's the most valuable material, or ore rather, that we can get on this map. It's worth the second highest out of all of the ores in the game. I'm sure I've talked about it. The highest one comes from the jungle map now, at 3,600 Zenny per. Anyway, we drop down here as we're falling. You want to use a wire bug to dash there and not land on the floor like I just did. Small detour here, just to come around to the left to get this node here. And then rather than heading over to area 9, we're just going to turn around and head up towards the northern point of the map. Looks like there's a Tigrex over there, kind of awkward. I am going to leave that wire bug there because I'm going to want it for the second run through after this current wire bug that I have, this third one. When that runs out, I'm going to want it. There's also a Gust Crab here, which is really nice. So grab that, mine this, pull out the Gust Crab. We're going to come over to here, pop the old Gust Crab so we get nice and high up. The reason for that is, of course, there is a ore on top. Land perfectly on there. Hopefully this Tigrex doesn't give me any grief because I've got 3 wire bugs. It shouldn't. I should be able to just fly all the way over the top of it without even seeing it. And then we're going into that small little cave at the northern point, just next to Area 11. There is a couple things in here that we don't need to gather. Obviously, it's just the ore that we care about. But I do grab them because they're nice resources. Now we can run just straight up to a wall and climb instead of having to use a wire bug. That's really nice. That's a new feature in Sunbreak. We head left, not right. Right is, I believe there's another node, but one of them is a point node. We're not after points, we're after money here. Nice, look at that. All fire stone. And then we have the last couple of nodes here. Just jump up this level. Wait for our wire bug to come back. Come on, and there we go. And that's all of these nodes. Now we're going to go ahead and fast travel to Subcamp 2 to continue the route. Here we are. Let's turn around. And then we're just going to start heading down really quickly over this way towards Area 6. And then we drop down a level. You can see the ore that's just below me. Awesome. There should be a Gust Crab in this bush right here. There it is. We're going to want that for the second run, in that spot where I use it. It's not necessary, it's not like required or anything, but it's just nice to have. You get nice and high up, just kind of efficient. Now, I'm just going to run up and climb this instead of waiting for a wire bug because I don't need to. There we go. And because I did that, I have my 2 wire bugs back. So I'm able to make the leap across the valley. And there you go. An incredibly quick, roughly 3 or 4 minute run. We'll just go back to main camp now. When we get back to the main camp, we're going to go ahead and go in the tent. The reason for that is because the ore is respawning. So we have like that moment. Once you go in, you see it automatically places all your supply stuff in the tent. And now we're ready to go. So if you didn't do that, you would end up kind of overcapping on your ore and not having space to keep gathering it. So it's important to actually do that on the run. But that's the route. You can see it's really quick, really efficient, just like the old one. Except now it's worth even more because in Master Rank, obviously, the ore is worth even more with things like all fire stones. So yes, that's the route. Let's continue with the video. There we go. It has just ended. Last time I was able to do, I believe it was about 2.5 of the routes. I was just able to do almost 3. I just missed 1 single node. Nearly did 3 full runs, which should be about 11 minutes. So let's go see how much we actually made in that time. Just so you know, as I should say, when that local information update occurs, that means your current upsurge has changed. So if we look at the quest info, we can now see the upsurge as local items or point items, and no longer the ore that we're mining for Zenny. Sometimes that can last only 8 minutes, meaning you only get 2 runs. And sometimes it can last really long, like I just had 3 runs there. You can even have up to 4. Alright, so let's basically sell the ore that we have. So I need to go to the second page after sorting, and you can see all of the different ore here. The ones that we gathered should be 3 here, and then a couple on these lines here, like all fire and firestone. But yeah, let me just work out how many I've actually just gathered, and then I will sell those, and we'll work out how much money I made. Alright, having worked it out, I managed to get myself a lot of all firestones. I managed to get 141, so let's sell that. So 141 of those is, Jesus, 400,000 right there. We got 77 of the Elterlite ore, which is okay because they're not too valuable. So that's 60,000, okay. Meldspout ores worth a bit more at 1,000 each. We managed to get a lot of these, 147. So that is 147... 150,000, not bad. Ultimus crystals, we did okay on these. Did the second highest value thing we were gathering. We managed to get 28 of these. So only 28 is, yeah, nearly 60,000. And finally, we got some fire cell stones. These are rarity 6 and they're worth, nice, 1,700 per. So I got 185 of those. So we're doing really well on the money right now. That's over 300,000 for that one. And that gets us to just under 3.8 million. We were, incredibly, at just over 2.8 million before we sold all of that. So I have just made like 980,000, aka a million Zenny, in 10 minutes. That is absolutely outrageous. What's really interesting about that is I was making 400,000 thereabout per the 10-minute runs back in higher rank. So you've more than doubled your money potential in master rank doing the same thing. Except, of course, we can do more than that. For example, with the Argosy, you can now do backroom deals. So if I were to press square here, I turn on backroom deals. And what this does, as you can see, is it turns on this new feature that adds a bunch of items as you do this. Now, you are getting less of the resources you're focusing. So in the case of focusing bitter bugs here, I am getting less bitter bugs because I'm doing backroom deals. But I'm getting all of these extra items, which is saving me on crafting, as well as giving me a bunch of items that you just straight sell. Their purpose is to sell. I'm talking about these here on one of the last pages just before your scraps. It's this row of things you can sell. So we got like golden fish. We got a bunch of different ores, which some are worth 20,000 or 10,000 a pop. Then you have your eggs, steel eggs, silver eggs, golden eggs, and now platinum eggs, which are worth 100,000 each. I have 6 of these, and I've got some of these from doing the backroom deals, as well as, again at the Argosy, you do the exchange for items rare find, and occasionally you'll have an ore or something that's worth money here, and you buy it for just a couple points, and then you can sell it for Zenny. Yet another way to get these resources is from the Kahoot nest. So from the command post in the new hub, just up here, we have a full Kahoot nest. After about 3 to 5... yeah, look, sushi fish, golden egg. There you go. That's 20,000 right there, Zenny, that I made. So after about 3 to 4 missions, you just go make sure you loot the Kahoot nest. And you can still come back to the old one here in Kamura at the Buddy Plaza, run around to the tree, climb this up, and there's a second Kahoot nest. Let's see what we get from this one. So you see it's got the 2 golden eggs, meaning it's full. So... steel egg, not nearly as much, they're like 1,000 each, but as you can see, there's good money to be made from just looting this, as well as all the other useful items. Let's see how much I make from just what I've been sat on by using backroom deals, the Argosy, and looting those nests. So we're at let's say 3.8 million, we're at just under 3.8 million, nearly 4.2 right now. Sending all the platinum eggs is going to make a big difference though, and there you go, just under 4.8. So we have just gained another million Zenny by using these methods. Clearly, this is really good. As you can see, this is absolutely outrageous ways to make money. We've made 2 million in this video. That first million, easily done in 10 minutes. That second million, just by questing and making sure to loot the nests, use the Argosy, do the special trades. You rack up Zenny and you're going to need it as you're upgrading your armor and buying a lot of things in the new expansion. But hopefully, this basically completely solves your Zenny issues. So if this was useful to you, please do drop a like on the video so we can keep making content like this. But for now, that's everything I've got for you. Thank you so much for watching the video. My name has been Hollow, you've been you, and I'll see you next time.
Josh, Cotton, and Hollow with the videos, dropping the humor like a hammer on your tippy toes, bringing entertainment on a daily arrangement to take our insanity and turn it into entertainment. Yes, I said entertainment twice, to reiterate that it is nice to look into your faces on a mostly daily basis when you let us in your homes to make the whole world a stage. Goodbye.